Hi everyone, my name is Abdul Dide of Biliki Couture. Uh, I am an African fashion trade expert. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Laoye, for this opportunity. I really appreciate this. Okay, um, today we're going to be talking about how you can do retail in America. Sorry, I'm trying to position myself. I'm supposed to be using my laptop, but it's not working. Okay, yeah. So, but before I go into retail, I would love to talk about some foundations, because I'll be talking about several terms, and I want us to be on the same page. Yeah, I want us to be on the same page. Can you see me? Hello.
See you. Yeah, we can see you. We can see you.
Right?
Yeah, we can hear you right. We can hear you right.
Oh, awesome. Okay. If you permit me, I would love to also record on my Instagram page. So I would like to do that quickly. So we can be on the same page also. 1 minute, please. Oh, anyway, so I wish I can do that, but I don't think that's really possible. But let's see. All right, let's continue. All right, so I'll be talking about markets, okay? Markets. I want us to understand our markets. So we have the local markets, we have the regional markets, and we have the international markets. For example, you in Nigeria, your local market is Nigeria. So your regional market is going to be like Ghana, okay, and some other, across borders, countries across your border. While your international market is going to be your UK, US, and all that. Okay, so in case you hear me saying all this, you understand what I'm talking about. And also, we are going to be talking about a mindset when it comes to international trade. Sorry for that. So we're going to be talking about mindset when it comes to international trade, okay? So the first thing in retailing is that is the number of volume is huge, and it's also a number of it's a game of speed, and it's also a game of standard, quality control and all that. So how can you match all those three things, your volume, your speed, and still be accurate? So that's what we're talking about here. So that's one of the mindset you have to know, because you are expected to know that you have to maintain your professionalism, your excellency, and your competency. No matter the volume. You understand? So, for example, let's say, I'm giving a purchase order to produce 1 million Adire crop tops, okay, for one of the biggest US buyer. That's retail, okay? So how am I going to go about it? So I want the section to be interactive with everything we've learned since morning on ball and garment and all those things. I want you to tell me, for example, Biliki received a purchase order. So in international trade, okay, we don't use cash. So we use purchase order. Okay, and the purchase order is what you take to your financial institution, that they will give you cash to be able to pull the project through. So if you don't have your book in place, if you don't have a relationship with your financial institution, you're going to have a lot of problem. I think we've said many of those things I'm saying. It's just to let you know that it is important, if you want to play in the international space, to have all those things in place. That's why you can see that we are hearing structures, automations, procurement, whatever, and all that, because it is important. So when we're doing business internationally, there are some things that has to be in place. You are expected, to know all those things and for these things to be in place, okay? So like I was saying that international trade is a game of volume, speed, okay, and numbers. All right. So I want you to mic and tell me the key players I need to be able to pull my project through. Assuming I want to produce for Walmart in US, and I have to produce at the red crop top 1 million of it in 9 months. Okay. So I want you to talk, guys. I want you to talk. I want to know if you have been learning since morning. I want it to be interactive. So who are the key players I need to be able to pull this my projects, to be able to pull it through, consulting you guys in Nigeria? Yeah, tell me. I need you to tell me, guys.
You may have to look at the chat, the group chat, for the comments, because everybody have been muted. Thanks, man.
Okay, no problem. No problem. All right, so I want you to know that I will need some industry leaders and some industries, several industries like the textile. I will need them, the ball and garments. I know they have spoken with you in the morning. I'm going to need them. The logistic, I'm going to need them. You understand? The financial institute, like I said, I'm going to need a lot of them. So one of the mindsets is this: if you think you can pull retail, you can pull it through on your own, is a failure mindset. You can't do it alone. Okay? I'm going to paint a scenario. I know everybody is doing ready to wear. I know we are here for ready to wear. That is what you want to hear. I understand that. But you're doing ready to wear one-on-one, probably because you have a family in US or in UK, or you have a website. It's like when you have 2 people, I'm just going to paint a scenario, okay? It's like when you have 2 people that are into fishing, okay? One is ready to go to the stream, and put the hook and what's it called now? The line, and start fishing one by one. And the other person went to the middle of the ocean with a ship and that big net, you understand? And trying to fish. You understand? The other one, while he's still doing 1-1, when he's still counting tens, the other person will be counting thousands of fishes. Sure, you understand? Even millions sometimes. You understand? But for that person to go as far as that place, you must have your ship in place. You understand? So you must have probably captain. Sure, you understand? So it means if you want to play big in international trade, guys, you need some other key, players to work with you. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. All right. So that's what we're trying to say here, that you need all those people to come together. So if we, as fashion designer, we are saying we don't care what the Adire people are doing. That is our number one failure, because it is a game of volume. Where am I going to see the fabric to produce such? You understand? So we have to look at that aspect of where our raw material is coming from. It is very important, especially if you want to play this retail or international game. We have to look at some other people, some other stakeholders. We have to collaborate with them. We have to partnership with them. You have to network with them. So if we can partner, if we can collaborate, you understand? We can move. So here right now, I will want to plead to us that we are one. We can't do without each other. For example, I'm going to start an example from the Bible when Jesus told Peter, I know you've been working all through the night, but now, okay, spread your net here and catch fish. You understand? So by the time, after several arguments back and forth, anyway, Peter threw the net and started catching fish. But you know what happened is that the net broke. The net broke. He has to be calling on some other people saying, you guys bring your ship, come and help me. I'm sinking. Bring your ship, come and help me. So that is the way it is in international trade. You can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. You need other people. We are not competitors. We are collaborators. Okay, fashion designers are not competing with each other. I expect to collect numbers of garment construct and everything. Sure, you understand? Because I know if she received any projects from any biggest US buyer, she's going to be glad to share it with some other people, at least with some tailors that have more than 20, fashion designers that have more than 20 workers, and they've trained and they understand what standardization means, what quality control means, and all that. So guys, let's work together. We can't do this thing alone. So I hope you are making note of all those mindset shifts. We can't do it alone. We need each other. Okay? So it involves structure. I'm not going to waste my time on that because I know they've been saying a lot about it. Structure, systems, automated processes. It is key because they're going to be doing procurement. They're going to be doing inventory management and all that. So I'm not going to say much about that. International trade is all about documentation. You can't tell me this is what you're making and it's not on paper, okay? And it's not well documented. It's not allowed. So I'm just trying to lay this foundation based on where we are going, guys, okay? Mindset number 5 is this. You need to work extra hard on yourself and also on your products, okay? So when we're talking about self, it could be your profile, your product, your positioning. The reason is that in retail, they're going to research you. They want to know you, even though they may not even see you, but they want to know you. So your profile is a representation of you say you are. You understand? Until we meet you, because they are still coming for you. They are coming to do their back due diligence. They're coming to do their research on you and all that. But at least, do you have a website? Do you have a catalog? Do you have social media presence? You understand? All these are very, very important. Okay? They are very, very important in retail. Okay? So that is profile. So the second one is your product. Guys, when it comes to international trade or retailing, guys, the smell of your products, the look of your products, the feel of your product, the touch of it makes a lot of sense. So somebody is produces this for me in this platform. I think Posh Fashion is the one producing this. Guys, let me stand up. So this is it, right? Guys, I'm proud of this product. I am sure I can sell it anywhere. So that's the way it should be. So that is the way it should be. So don't say because I say we have to connect, we have to collaborate. You are not bringing stuff that have standards. No, it's not going to be allowed. Okay? So I've talked about your profile. I've talked about your product. Now I'm talking about your position. You have to position yourself in such a way that you can be perceived as a trusted partner. Okay? You have to be transparent. You have to be who you say you are. Okay? You have to be who you say you are. So that's what international trade is all about. I'm actually going to stop on that when it comes to mindset. In case you have any question, please let me know in the comment section, okay? I'm going to be reading before I go to the next one. Moderator, any question on mindset for me?
Okay. Let us go and check. We still have you still have time till 7:30 if you have anything to still say.
Have 2 more to go, but that's just like a foundation. But I just want people to know that if they have any,
yes, we've mentioned it before. They can write their questions and they will still take questions. Don't worry. So just go on with everything you want to say till 7:30. They are going to write their questions out. You can start typing up your questions, please, people. So we can take the questions immediately. 7:30 is on dot. Thank you very much, Biniki. You can continue, please.
All right. So now we're going to talk about factors that encourage U.S. buyer to invest in Nigeria, in anywhere in Africa. And I'm actually going to be doing a little bit of competing as I'm trying to comparison anyway, understand with what is happening in the East Africa. You understand? So please. So I have 5 factors that can help U.S. buyers, okay, to come and invest in Nigeria or with us as designers, okay? So number 1 is raw material. Number 2 is technology. Number 3 is production know-how. Number 4 is buyer's trust. And number 5 is workers, okay? So I'm going to start from number 1, which is a raw material right now. So, like I said the other time, if you remember, I said that speed is one of the factors that is inevitable when it comes to retail. So once your raw material is close to you, okay, once the buyer sees that your raw material is present in your country, you have the advantage. They can come and do business. They can come and invest in that country. Okay, but if you still have to go to China to get the African print, they will not really trust you. Okay, so for example, now East Africa is doing very well because that's why they have the biggest US buyers. So I think since 2018, they've been having buyers like Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Walmart. You know, they've been producing to such buyers, you know, to be producing for them. So most of these things that you are even buying back home, you don't know it was even produced from Kenya, from Tanzania, from Ethiopia, from Uganda, from Rwanda. You don't know. Because they have a lot of cottons. They grow a lot of cottons. Cotton is like gold. It's like gold money in East Africa. Because they grow it around. You understand? So, raw material, when they get to know it's so close to you, you know, they'll be very happy. I remember when I was doing my African suspicion box, Kenya produced one of their traditional textile for me, for my project. So the prints, they call it Kanga. Kanga is like Ankara, is like our Ankara, right? And but one unique thing about is this. At the end of it, like the edge of it, you know that grain, is it the down part, right? The hedge. You know, they used to write Kenya's proverbs. They write it there. You know, sometimes they say the meaning. You know, so because of that, especially mostly the Americans, you know, they love to know. They are very curious about our culture, our values. You understand? They want to know what that thing is. You understand? And I tell you for a fact, things like that, okay, is what makes us unique. Things like that are our unique selling point, okay? So, but unfortunately, when they are talking about, I can remember when I went to New York the other time, fashion district, I started seeing China producing our African fashion, big time. Where are our people? So when they were talking about Black Panther, it was China that was producing the products, the textiles, and all that. It was China we are seeing. Yes, they can sell all those things, but they can't sell the story. Okay, they can't sell the stories. You know, most of those proverbs means a lot to us, and we are the one that can say it. We are the one that can tell the stories of where the products are produced from. You understand? And that's what sells. Okay? So that's what sells. Our story is our unique selling points, guys. So the fact is this, African sells. Everybody wants to start wearing African stuff, but are you sure it's the African people that are producing most of this fashion stuff? Are you sure? Or they are China's? All these things are from China. So we have to really know. If you have to produce stuff in Nigeria, you still have to go and bring stuff from China. It's going to affect the way the US buyers will want to come and invest with us. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, okay, guys? So because most of them are curious, they want to know. They want to know where the products are being sourced from. They want to know the value system. They want to know the culture, the tradition, the history. That Kanga has history. They have meaning attached to those fabrics, those fabric. Like now I'm wearing Nigeria, right? So they want to know about the tie and dye process. You understand? They want to know about the tie and dye process. They want to know how we cherished it. They want to know everything about it. You know? So that is it. I won't say much about that. So number 2 is technology. So availability of machine. we always bring buyer closer. Okay. Also, I can only talk about East Africa, guys. You understand? Because they are doing very great when it comes to fashion. You know, in Tanzania right now, they have an equipment that blends colors to perfection. So if I'm producing 1 million denim, I don't need to care. Maybe it's gonna change, or it's gonna be like slight difference in it. So that particular machine, the equipment, we control the color, to the perfection, to an extent, to the taste of the buyer. You understand? So all these things matter. I'm not going to spend much time because today I really want to talk about customer. Because if I talk today and I don't talk about customer, know your customer, I've not done anything. So I'm going to be very fast at this. So we are looking forward to somebody that will produce a particular machine that will help our direct people. You understand? In the process of dyeing making, the process of dyeing, that they don't have to do the dab thing. You understand the dye? You know how they do their dyeing, right? And you know how they do their pattern. All those dyeing and whatever. So they can do it with a speed. They can do it with much accuracy. So it can reduce cost also. And it's to reduce error. Okay? So we are still looking for technology that will come up in that space to help them with the dyeing process. Like I said the other time, we have to be looking out for them because they determine our success. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say, guys. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. They determine our success. So we have to be thinking about other key players, other industries, especially that is involved in our production process. So, all right, I've talked about technology. I'm quickly going to move into production know-how. So right now also in Tanzania, they have moved from manual cutting to automatic cutting since a long time. So it means they don't do the cutting the way we do it. It has been automated. So as a result, it has reduced a lot of mistakes, error, when it comes to pattern and all that, complaints, fitting and all that. So we're still looking for time that Nigeria will come up and do all that. They have the same opportunity we have when it comes to Agua and some other things too, guys. So we are looking for a time that our production process will be faster, will be cheaper, will be accurate, with so much speed, volume notwithstanding. Okay? So, because right now in East Africa, their efficiency rate when it comes to production is between 65 to 85%. And that exactly is the same efficiency when it comes to production processing in China and Bangladesh. So it means that Kenya, Rwanda, and all those people, they are competing with China right now. So the question is, where is the giant of Africa? Okay? So my last point is this: buyers' trust. Before US buyer will come to Nigeria to do business with us, they will request for numbers of buyers. They will look for the quality of buyer we've been associating with for years. So international game or retail is all about documentation. You understand? So you document everything. We have been working with this person, with these people, and you have to be sure. So like they've been producing for, like I said, they've been producing for the likes of biggest buyers in US, like Calvin Klein, Tommy Hilfiger, Walmart, and the likes. So they will not have problem. So that's my number 5 when it comes to factors that help. No, that's my number 4, right? So number 5 is the workers. So before US buyers can come to Nigeria to invest in our fashion business, they look at our working environments, how safe it is. They will look at our workers, our factories. They look at the environment. They look at the salary. They look at how safe it is. Okay. They will look at, is it sustainable fashion? Is it ethical fashion? How are you handling your waste? You understand? In such a way that is not hazardous to the environment. they look at all that. Okay, so for example, now in West Africa also, I think in Kenya, I'm not sure right now, they have daycare very close to their factories. Their workers don't need to worry about, oh, I mean, where can I keep my kids and all that. So if you're a nursing mother, you can still work in factories because they have daycares for your kid around that. After break, you can just go breastfeed or whatever and come back. You understand? And also, they put in place universities to encourage their workers to study fashion and textile. You understand? So those things are what they look out for. The quality of salary. You understand? They look out for the standard of living. They look out for the environment, the kind of fabric you use, the kind of textile you sourced for. All those things matter because if these things start reacting on people, they can sue you. So you have to, we have to comply with all those things. Okay? So finally, guys, on this second part, this is like the juicy part of it, okay? In conjunction with Nazaru, we have connection to the biggest buyer, especially Walmart, okay? So we have connection to them. Also, we have access to African Diaspora Group, okay? So also we have access to financial institutions like Afrexim Bank that can support us when it comes to funding, okay? For us to compete boldly in international stage. We have access to NEPSI too. We have access to the organization or the executive, that is in charge of AFCFTA formulation policy. So we have access to them. We also have access to tons of resources when it comes to market entry, export development, and all that you need. You understand? Because let me tell you something. What we need in Nigeria is trade facilitation, trade information, where you can get information about AGWA, where you can get information about AFCFTA, where you can get information about sustainable, fashion, where you can get information, every information you need to know. Because I need to tell you for a fact, if you want to do international trade, you must have a coach. One single mistake can ruin you. So you don't want to be hurt before you learn. There are people that knows the road. So Mr. Lai can give you my number if you're a manufacturer or you think you have a factory that you can produce. I would like you to contact my number and also follow me on Biniki_Afrik so we can talk better. Because right now we have all this thing in place. We have all this thing in place. African products are selling, but who are the people selling African products, guys? That's why we are here. Are they really Africans? Really? Are they really Africans? So that's why we, the giants of Africa, we need to step up. Especially in Nigeria. We are the giant of Africa. We need to step up. Okay? So according to the World Bank data, right? Africa is positioned as the next productive center after China. We are the next right now. So I know you want to sell your one-on-one ready-to-wear. But at the same time, if you position yourself very well, or you attach yourself with all these manufacturers in this group, you can receive contracts of like 150 pieces of crop top, like I said. And you still use that one to back up your own brand. You understand? So I just want us to think big. Like Mr. Lawyer said, it is as far as the eyes can see, okay? You don't need to push your brand alone. Let's think big. Let's act big. This is our time as Africans. This is our time. We have everything. Resources, financial backup. We have coaches. We have connection. Especially with Mr. Curtis, Mr. Lawyer Curtis, you have everything it takes to win in the international world. So just get to him and let's talk. Okay? So I would like to talk to Garment Consults too. We need to talk, and some other people we need to talk, okay? So also, I'm going to stop there. But if you have any question also, I want to take the question before I go into customer. Customer is my last topic. How many hours? How many minutes do you still have?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to conclude, but if you have one last thing to say, you can say.
Last thing. How many minutes do I have left?
You've exceeded. You have spent 4 minutes. Can you take it in 5 minutes?
Oh, I'll try. Ah, my God,
Okay,
I'll try.
please take it in 5 minutes and let's close that.
All right, so this is where the important part. Okay, so this is it. Whatever I say since money is based on your customer. If you don't identify them, if you can't understand them, if you can't create products for them, if you can't market and sell to them, if you can't support them, everything is back to zero. Okay, so that one is going to take us to your kind of customers in America. So the first one we have the first generation. The first generations are the African immigrants, people that came into Africa. They are the first generation. The second kind of customer you have in America, in US, is going to be African Americans. Okay. So the third ones are going to be other Africans, other Americans. Okay. So the first one, which are the African immigrants, you have to know them. You have to know them. They are price conscious, okay? So the African American, they are in between. So other Americans are value conscious. Now that time I was talking about the touch, the feel, the smell of your products. You can't just get away with it when it comes to other African Americans here, when your products are not intact. So that's why you will see them. They're going to spend $3 on the products, but they will spend $20 on the packaging, on the production, on looking for a nice model, on adverts. Because they want their products to land in luxurious stores. You understand? That is the trick. They can go anywhere for packaging. But the product itself is just $3. Guy, is a trick because they know people that they are targeting. The Americans, they don't joke with values, guys. So you too, you need to know them. So number 2 is understanding them. You have to understand their age, because age determines the kind of style you sew for them. It is the kind of colors. It determines the kind of texture. Okay, age. You have to know their age. You have to know their location, where you can find them. You have to know their occupation. You have to know their race. Like I said the other time, the weather. You have to understand their weather. This is summer right now. If you carry out a research for summer, and you think you can use it for spring or for winter, you've missed it, guys. You have missed it. So carry out your research. You have to know their aspirations, their pains. You have to know their blind spots, what they are not seeing that you are seeing. That makes you an expert. So you have to specialize in knowing your people. If you miss it at this part, me too, I'm still even discovering them. So don't miss it when it comes to customer. I'm sorry, I'm gonna rush everything so we can, So you have to carry out your customer behavior research. You have to carry out your market trend research. You have to carry out everything. Then you can now create value for them. Okay, that is what you use to create value for them. Then, when it comes to aspiration, you want to know if what they were thinking of. Some of them are curious about African culture, values, tradition. Some of them, they are not Africans, but they just want to adopt our style. You understand? But the first one, which happens to be the first generation African immigrants, they already know your history. Don't stress yourself. So what I'm saying is this: that particular pain and aspirations is what you use to create a magnetic message. You understand? For your branding, that you use to target them. You understand? That you use to target them. So guys, you need to know all this, even if you want to do your ready to wear yourself. So I'm actually going to stop here, guys. The last one is support them, customer support. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Any question for me, guys? I'm ready to take. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Biniki. Thank you very, 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 very much. I'm going to be saying very, 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 very for a long time. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And one thing I appreciate about this is you actually scripted this talk, and it makes a lot of sense that you itemize all the things needed Yes, thank you very much. From the takeaway points, I've been able to see that from what the first speaker said, I think the main thing, the key thing that people have to put in mind is you have to settle your home first before you go out and say
Thank
you
you.
want to start selling to the public. Number
Yeah.
one. Number two is you have to have key players for yourself. Facebook ad is not enough. People have to be able to say, I trust this person, I can do this business with this person before this person carry my money away. He's saying income from Nigeria. So you have to have like people that can stay for you, that can vouch for you in other countries where you want to target. And you have to also collaborate with people. I'm not going to be saying a lot of things I learned because there is no time again. So you have to have people you can collaborate. For example, if I want to sell to people in the US and I know that Bininki is there, Bininki, I have some products. Can you sell for me?
Yeah, that's
Can
it.
you do this for me? Can you do that from that's a first step one can start with. The first speaker that spoke, Mr. Shedrack said, you can have referral from people you have talked to. This is another style you can use too. You want to sell to people from other countries. Can you contact people in another country that are also fashion designers and tell them that you have shoes you want to sell? Can they work with you? They are fashion designer. Can they work with you? You have bags you want to sell. Okay, I make Ankara dresses. You make Adire. Can you take Ankara dresses for me and sell to your customers? If I have people that want to do Adire from US, I will introduce them to you. Collaboration. Yeah, that makes sense. So let me cut it short there and ask other people that you can raise your hands, please, so we can approve you so that you can make your own comment or ask your question. So I'm going to be checking the group now to see if some people. Okay, there is a. Okay, let us read the comment that we have here. Let's read the comment that we have here. Okay, so I'm going to go there now and see. Okay, someone said the comment said, my sister Abo said the giant of Africa does not have electric capacity for all those machines. Here in Cotonou, light is 24/7, but not happening in Nigeria. You can't survive with buying diesel and petrol to power those machines. The production cost will skyrocket. Do you have anything to say about that, please?
Yeah, that's true. See, this is it, right? I'm not gonna know that. I'm not gonna say that I don't know what is going on in America, in Nigeria. You understand? So that's where trade policy comes in. Okay, if I'm talking about East Africa, it's because their government tried to come in for them. That's right. So this is what happened. We have Vadan and some other body. There's a way they can influence government policy to favor them. There are several ways. It's deep, but you know what? We'll get there. But this is it. We don't want to say government is not doing anything and we are sitting down. Okay? So once we have 1, 2, 3 manufacturer like Garment Consult, Abby, she's doing it. That means you can do it. It means you can do it. Do you know that there is markets for belts and just your shoe in Nigeria in the north? All these our labor. They are bringing it, refining, doing it in Nigeria, and they're selling it to top designer here. They are doing it all. It all depends on you. Honestly, people are doing it. I'm telling you. I understand, but we just have to figure our way out. You know? So that's it. We have to make it work. Any other question, please?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening. I'm Dupa Abiodun of Das Culture Luxury Headwears.
Okay.
Okay, so I've been craving, I don't know whether that's the right word to use, but I've been craving to have a headwear store outside the shores of Nigeria. In America, in the UK. I've been seeing it, but I don't know how. I don't know how to go about it. So now you spoke about collaboration, referral, and all that. I, for one, I approached someone in the UK who is living there, although she's not into anything fashion, but at least she's living there. And I asked her, okay, is there any way someone can maybe have a store there, or is there any way one can start exporting these headwears? And she wasn't positive. So I don't know. What I've been pushing, I even have a friend who is traveling to Canada, I think in June.
You're breaking.
Hello?
Yeah, you're breaking. Yeah. I can hear you.
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Hear you. Just carry on.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, I have a friend who we solidified arrangement. I will make some headwear pieces. She will take to the Canada because she'll be staying there for almost like 6 months and all that. And it has been solidified. All of a sudden, I didn't get a response from her again. I started asking how far, what are we? It wasn't positive, and that was how that one went. So how can one, that's one of my dreams. Although right now where I am, I'm still the only one in my business. But I believe strongly that very soon I will get staff, we'll work together, get students, get trainees, and we'll grow from there. But what's the way forward?
All right, so let me just borrow from what Mr. Femi said, okay? So our advice to start from where you are first, honestly. You understand? Start from can I say local government to your states, then then to the country, then to some other neighboring countries, maybe African, and you can now say you want to go to UK and US. Do you know the reason is this? Especially when it comes to US, they are the owner of Fascinator now. You don't get. They are the owner. The only thing that can make you stand out is if you can put your African touch in it. Bam, that's it. Maybe you use your actual K to do the brim. Is it the brim? They call it now the brim. You understand? And now mix some cinnamon, to now do all those things. You have to look for a way to compete with them. So if you're still doing your cinnamon ultra, you can compete with the UK. I want only now. You don't get. True. We borrowed it. Fascinator, Activator, all these things. We borrowed it. But you need to put your own thing so they can be looking for you. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand.
You have to put your own thing.
Okay, so the reason why I was thinking outside the shores of Nigeria is because in Nigeria, we have competition is quite high.
Really?
And yes, most coaches will tell you, okay, if with competition being so high, why don't you move outside Nigeria? Try to look outside Nigeria, shore of Nigeria, and you're competing with the same people that other people in your niche or your industry is also targeting. So that was why I said, okay, let me move outside the shores of Nigeria.
It's a good one outside, but add your own signature, okay? That's the only thing that can make you different for the fashion that the both are creating. You understand? And I don't know about now, but I know that cinnamon cost a lot then.
It still costs very a lot.
China. So how are you going to do it? So we're looking at raw material. The first thing I talked about is raw material. Before raw material gets to Nigeria, it's a lot. It's even easier to get it or cheaper it here, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. So you have to think about all that. You have to think about all that. By the time you had shipping, my sister, it's a lot.
No, I'm not even thinking of importing the materials. I can get them here. Mine is to produce my own headwear.
By the time you add your shipping rates, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
High compared to what they even have in the store.
Yeah, it's true.
The fascinators and everything is produced from China now. Most of them. It's only us in Nigeria that thinks we have to be the cutter, we have to be the sewer, and Americans, they'll just call them in China, produce this, all the top. Like I'm telling you, Calvin Klein and all that. Kenya, Tanzania are the one producing. And then you will see some you figure there, bam, and you'll be buying it. You don't get, you buy it at a very high price, whereas it's from you. They don't care about being the one doing it. I think you still have the mentality that you have to produce it. What I want to hear from you is this. Probably, how can you go to China and make them make it and send it to them? That's it.
Look, I don't want to even go to China. I want to train people here who would I want to have a headwear factory. That's one of my dreams here.
Good. Fantastic. So you can put your signature and everything, but cost of, like I said the other time, your raw material is not in your location. You understand? It's going to add up.
True.
It's going to add up. to add up and compete. I know you can do it, okay? Don't let me discourage you. You can do it. So, but just make sure you put your signature, okay? That's the only thing that can make you different, like stand out. You understand? Why am I competing with all these designers? Why did I stick in my African fashion? Because I know they can't do what I'm doing. They can't. Like what I said, if China are producing African wares, real African wares, like a Jirel, like this. But if you touch it, sis, you will know this is China. If you feel it, you will know it's not our quality.
True.
Yeah. And you can push and say, oh, it's from
very
Africa.
low quality.
We'll put them. So that's where we have edge.
Biniki, I need to step in here, please. Because of the time constraint, you spent a lot of time with one person. Let's give other people more room so they can be attended to. Okay, by and large, ma'am, there's a question that someone is asking here. How do I position myself to get buyers abroad? So once you can answer that, I want to make a commentary on an earlier statement about power supply being better in Cotonou, whereas in Nigeria it's the other way around. But for now, please, can you attend to that question? How do I position myself to get buyers abroad?
Yeah, it depends on aspect that you want to go into. You understand? To position yourself, I've said a little about positioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, about your profile. They are looking for you as much as you're looking for them. So there should be a place that you have to be in a place where the communication, is being said. You have to be in a place that, if you say UK, if you say US, so you have to look for groups, that have the diaspora. Do you understand? You have to look for them, and they will be looking for you. Your website, how does it look? Does it represent you well? If I get to your website and I see that, oh, something is wrong, then I'll just know. I won't even contact it because I will know that this person is not somebody I can trust with my money, because they used to say that your business is the representation of you. So they may even be coming to your website you don't know. So, but if your website is not is not at the A game, they'll come and see, and they'll go. You position yourself, yes, but the standard they are looking for. You understand? Your profile, your catalog, they will see. They will see if your product is neat. They will see if you are somebody they can buy from, if they can trust with their money. Like they used to say, we do business with somebody we know, we love, and trust. They may not see you, but they know you through your website. All your products, your reviews. What are people saying about you? And you need to be in the rooms where the conversations are going. You understand? The people you want to sell to, what group are they? You understand? On Facebook, look for them. The African diaspora group, follow them. African this follow them. You understand? There are some coaches abroad that some people will intentionally go into their academy because they want to connect. They want to network with the people, with the buyers. There's a particular place they are. This is it. Most of them are not on social media. Okay? You may have to pay to get to those associations. You may have to pay to get to such gathering. So that is it. You may have to pay, thousands of dollars to get into the gathering, such gathering, to connect them. When they see you, you tell them, I'm a manufacturer. I produce from Nigeria. I can do this, that. But one thing is this. They are going to do their due diligence. They are going to research you. So position yourself through your websites, your image, your like Mr. Femi say, picture, or your picture, or your product should be captivating. Those are the ways they will search you. They will research you. So if you have quality websites, quality pictures, they will see that, okay, this is the kind of person we can work with, and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please let's clap for Beniki Couture. Thank you very much. We appreciate you, Mr. Abosede. You have been able to give us a lot of points for us to use today. We have just 6 minutes remaining to close this program for today. It's been a good delight to have you here today. We appreciate you so much. Coach, I believe we are stopping here before I round up.
Yes, I would like to address some things before we go.
Okay, please do.
Yeah,
Before I give
considering
the
that
closing.
I'm the convener for the program. What we've just done today is a display of leadership. It doesn't have to be Laoye Curtis all the time before we can get tremendous value and also do great things. And then the quality of a good leader is somebody that can replicate themselves. Some of the things that Beneki is telling you guys in terms of paying to, get access to the kind of people that can open doors for you. She's practicing it. She's in my Millionaires Club, and then when the opportunity came for us to expand, our vision and our projects, she came in very handy as the person that I can remember, right? To say, oh, when we talk about going global, Biniki is planning on doing retailing on a global scale. Can we bring her on board? But if she hadn't paid to be in my Millionaire Club, we are talking about paying over $1 million. If she hadn't paid to be in the community, would this opportunity have cropped up? No, because I want to have been able to discover that, oh, this woman has got what it takes to go places. And another thing I like us to please take note of is that you can be hustling on your own, trying to do things on your own, but you can